Alright, looks like we're live. I think it's improving a little bit. Just changed some settings, but I'm not sure if they're helping. They're probably not helping at all. Yeah, let me see. CPU is basically 100%. Yeah, a boba indeed. I'm just testing my setup, nothing special, honestly. Right, so I can hit 40 FPS. I can hit 40 FPS, which is already kind of good. Right. I don't freaking know what the fuck is doing. Hello. Right, this is just a test stream. We're not making any content or anything like that. So let me maybe show you my settings that I use in here that I'm kind of trying to modify and shit. So yeah, that's the settings. Right, I'm using specifically VA API, right, which is, you know, hardware acceleration encoding that comes with the Intel CPUs. And that's the parameters they have in here, right? So, and I do not fully understand what the fuck those parameters even mean. So there's 3 profiles, right? I can't even zoom in for some reason. Can I zoom in? I think I can. Right, but when I do that, I can't fucking zoom in because if I have a pop-up, I cannot create one. So H264 profile. Okay, so what do they even mean? What do these profiles even mean? So let's actually Google it up. H264 profiles. Is there something we can find about this kind of stuff? So advanced video coding. So profile. High means more compression, use more resources. Ooh. Okay, so high profile means that. Thank you so much, Vera Stranchev, for for the sub, hype dude. Thank you. So we're not doing any content right now, so I'm just like trying to fix my setup, right? So that I can at least hit 60 FPS with this game, right? So let me see what else can we have in here. So the output. So I suppose I want to have at constrained, right? So we have constrained, main, and high, right? So we don't want to go too high, so we're not going to be using too many resources. What is the level? Does anybody know what is the level? So it was originally on 4. I reduced it down, hoping that maybe that will be a little bit better on the consumer resources. What happened to your setup? Nothing really happened. It was always dog shit slow. It's just like I'm doing something that requires more resources now, right? So before I wasn't using anything super heavy, I suppose. So I still don't really understand what is level. So I suppose that it's a level of H264, right? So this is something that we can try to Google up. Levels. What do they mean? Like, the problem with these settings is that they have a bunch of parameters, but they don't explain what the fuck they. Oh, okay. Look at that. So profiles and levels. I think this is what I wanted to actually find. Okay. So what do we have in here? H264 profiles. The standard includes the following 7 sets of capacities, which are referred as profiles, targeting specific classes of the application. Baseline primarily for low-cost applications with limited computing resources. This profile is widely used for video encoding. Okay, so we kind of already established that, right? So we want to use that. So what about the levels? In addition, the standard contains for profiles. Okay, so this is just profiles. But what about the levels? This stream, please ignore. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing. We're just doing a stream that everyone is supposed to ignore. Okay, levels. All right. So the higher, like, micro blocks, max frame size. It doesn't really tell me anything, honestly. It doesn't really tell me anything. So it would be better if they had an explanation. Is that scale video extension? Okay, so levels. They start explaining levels only at here. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Levels in H.264 are specifications that define a maximum bit rate, resolution, and frame rate the decoder can handle. The decoder can handle. The decoder can handle. Don't really know. And you encode, so they don't make sense for me, right? I suppose. Since I'm encoding and not decoding, they don't make sense for me. But OBS is a streaming thing, so that means it's always encoding. So there's always no reason to do this kind of thing. Right, so it doesn't make sense to me. Do you know Milky? No, I don't know who that is. Sorry. The only thing I know is that it's a streamer because it's a name that I saw on Twitch, but I don't know who that is. Right, so just one of the streamers. That's the only thing I know. So I guess you'd set level to make sure a video would play smoothly on a given device. Okay. So I wonder, okay, I set the lowest of the levels. What if I set the highest one? Right. What is that if I set the highest one? So maybe I could reduce the bitrate, but I don't think. Level 3, max resolution up to max bitrate. Okay. So level 4, full HD. Alright, so let's actually try to set the highest level. Let's try to set the highest level. Right, and to do that, I'll probably need to restart the stream, so let me quickly. I can't fix that. I do have GPU support, but I'm using Intel GPU. It must be something with streaming over the network. Because when I'm just recording with the same settings, it works perfectly. I'm so fucking confused. Like, I would expect that like streaming with the same settings and recording with the same settings will be basically the same amount of resources, but no, it's different. Do you check the CPU recording versus speed? Yes. Streaming directly using FFmpeg. Okay, but recording doesn't use FFmpeg. That's what you're implying. Why would it not use FFmpeg? Recording is not real time, right? That's a good point, but they're using the same things, the same settings. Doesn't use different settings. I think it uses the same settings. Let me open the settings. They take so much time to open up. So setting the profile to, like, not the profile, but level to the highest was a mistake. So I think I need to stay here. So maybe I should reduce the bitrate, but maybe, actually, here's an interesting thing. The smaller the bitrate, the more it needs to compress, doesn't it? So what if I make the bitrate bigger? So it has less shit to compress. So it will consume more traffic, but I mean, internet is actually pretty cheap in here and pretty fast, so it doesn't really matter. What do you guys think? Is that something that is plausible? Is that something that is plausible? So when you stream, you mux into RTMP, right? Mux, yeah, maybe, I guess, I don't know. I don't really know. Mm-hmm. Makes sense, okay. Okay, let's give it a try. So I suppose touching profile and level doesn't make any sense, right? So we want to have around maybe something like this, right? Maybe something like this because we want to we do it in full HD. Doesn't compress or does it just not send extra data to lower bitrate? It will compress in any case, right? So because it has a raw image, so it will need to compress it to some level when it's encoding. But if the bit rate is high, I suspect that it will need to compress less. And this is actually a very naive assumption. I don't know anything about video encoding, right? It's just like a sort of like a surface level understanding or even hypothesis. Less compression, less CPU, yeah. But at the same time, again, I'm using VA API, right? VA API is an Intel technology or Intel API that allows video encoders to use their integrated GPU for encoding H.264. And if I change the encoder to the software one, it's dogshit slow. It's unusable actually. Okay, so let's actually try to confirm this hypothesis. I'm gonna apply this thing and I'm gonna restart the stream. So how's it going, everyone? Let me take a look at HTOP. Intel Quick Sync. What is Intel Quick Sync? I don't know what is Intel Quick Sync. Genetic algorithm. Okay. Let me Google it up. Faster than slow sync. Intel Quick Sync. Funnily enough, GPT says lower the resolution and bit rate of your streaming instead of can significantly reduce all load on your laptop. That's kind of weird. Brand of dedicated video encoding. Decoding hardware. Well, I mean, I don't really have that. I don't know what it is, so I don't think it's useful for me per se. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Lower in between. The thing is, video encoding should be using special hardware on the GPU and shouldn't interfere. Ah, fuck. So video encoding should be using specialized hardware on the GPU and shouldn't interfere with non-encoding related tasks. Rendering is done on a different hardware. Yeah, I don't understand what is going on. All right, so we can try another thing. Oh man, this is so slow. Like, it's so sluggish, right? So it opens up the window so sluggishly. Again, the bizarre thing is that when I'm recording, it's fine. It's just like, it's almost like it's a completely different setup, and it's just like, this is so bizarre. Is that it almost feels like a fucking bug, honestly, in OBS or something. So yeah. You can turn off the OBS scene preview. I already tried that multiple times, honestly, and it didn't help. It actually never helped. Right, so I just disabled the preview. It never helped, like never. I tried it multiple times. I'm aware about this trick. It doesn't work. It has nothing to do with this kind of stuff. So yeah. All right, so let me try to do a different thing. What if so this is the video. What if I set like a 60 FPS? What if I set like a 60 FPS? All right, so I can't really modify these parameters when I'm streaming, so I have to go like offline. Maybe I could rescale, downscale, filter. I'm not sure if that's which protocol or TMP or TMPS. I have no idea which one Twitch is using, right? And I don't think I can set it up. It's just like whatever it is using. All right, let me go offline, and I'm gonna try to set up 60 FPS, right? Maybe it's because I set it to 30 FPS. It caps everything like a capture to 30, but when I'm recording it doesn't cap it. Like I don't understand. It's so bizarre. Like okay, so let me just try it. So we're lagging. Oh, we're like losing frames. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it back. We're still lagging, I can see. I just try to... Yeah, I just try to use a software encoder, and software encoder doesn't work as well. Alright, so... stream... So, packing into our TMP causes this. No lag. Yeah, I switched back to my usual settings. I wonder if I can maybe... it's actually possible that to pack to our TMP it has to change codec. Yo, that is kind of bad, honestly. If that's the shit that is happening. Is there any RTMP settings though? I don't know. I didn't think so. I don't actually think so. So I really don't see any settings. Right, so I guess I'm stuck with this kind of shit, right? So there's nothing much I can do. So that's kind of bizarre. It's really fucking bizarre. BS is open source, right? Yeah, I guess I can try to debug that. But I mean, while I'm debugging all of that, I can't stream. So closed broadcasting studio. So I don't know, man. I don't know. What is causing all the lag? What is causing all this scheiße? Okay, so what if I try to do Firefox? Maybe this is something with the Chromium. Okay, so let's close the Chromium. Fuck Chromium. Fuck Chromium. Embrace furry fox. Furry fox. We're furries now. So I'm gonna do github.io raycasting. Okay. Raycasting, I said. Well, it's worse. Surprisingly. Maybe unsurprisingly, because... By the way, it is 60 FPS in Firefox for me too, when I'm not streaming. Right, so it is 60 FPS as well. So yeah. Firefox is worse in performance generally. Yeah, I know. Let me close this entire stuff. So yeah. No, try Ladybird. Yeah, so I should try Ladybird at some point. Streaming must use different video engine than recording, I guess. Does it speed up if you shrink the window? That's a good question, actually. Let's give it a try. So GPU, we already kind of explored that idea at some point, and I don't think it worked out. It climbs to 20, but ultimately it's still the same. It's still the same problem. Yeah, it doesn't change anything. So what else? What else can we do? What else could cause that? So the only hypothesis so far is that it's bottlenecked by maybe sending shit to like over RTMP. So, and because of that, it uses too much CPU and it doesn't have enough resources for me to do this kind of thing. So if we have to send less, like, can we try the rescaling? Right. So the rescaling thing. So leaked. Okay. So this is the video. Oh, I can't change it. So the canvas resolution is that, and output scale resolution. Okay, downscale filters and stuff like that. Yeah, let me try that. Let me quickly try to maybe like output at lower resolution, super quick. I give up. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, so yeah, I really need a better laptop for this kind of stuff. Like, I can't stream and develop from the same laptop anymore. Like, it's getting unusable. It's really getting unusable. Not better whatsoever. Not better whatsoever. So fundraising. It's not about fundraising. Like, you can't send me money. Anyway, whatever. So. Yeah, I'll have to figure out. Thank you so much, everyone, for helping me to brainstorm this kind of thing. So I'll see what I can do. Okay, bye bye.